12 men have just discovered something. For 100...
Budweiser, you created a monster, and they...
That was the choice I went with for the beginning of this podcast.
Oh, that's nice.
Like, did you wake up from a night terror?
Every moment is a night terror for Red.
I'm subject to them night terrors. Ross is slightly quiet. Silver's fine, which should be opposite because Silver, you're not allowed to talk that much.
Oh, yes, master.
All right, how do I sound now?
Better.
There we go. Sorry, everyone. I had to try and keep the dogs from barking because I have neighbors.
Well,
They wanted to be on the podcast.
I hear there are these electric collars, you see.
Well, I know someone who's a big fan of them.
Yeah, the funny thing about the electric collar controversy is if we did something like that, it would increase our viewership.
So, Silver, I know you have cats. Feel free is all I'm saying. That's all I'll say.
I can't.
Oh, well.
Well, it's not that you can't, but you won't.
I physically can't.
Well,
I'm looking into his eyes right now.
No, you physically can. You can.
Grab him by the tail and swing him over your head on camera.
No, buddy, that cheesecake is not for you. Stop it.
Wow. Has cheesecake, didn't bring enough for us. That's typical. You know what?
Oh, yeah.
I have to imagine a horror movie designed for you would just be slowly you finding dead cats.
Oh, yeah, I'd be a mess.
It's just the bad guy, like the monster is just Red stomping on cat.
Yeah.
It's like Jason going around killing a bunch of people. I have no reaction, but as soon as he touches a cat, I'm just like, nah!
It's just weeping.
It's
Just
true.
a mess.
She's got a disease. Speaking of disease.
She's here.
Why does Silver have her own intro? Because it's funny.
Because we like that.
Because I like it.
I'm special.
She's
like
pretty.
it.
She's pretty special. Not in a good way.
I'm special.
Well, it's pretty special, you guys.
I'm special.
The internet has been pretty infected with a lot of AI videos of people who are pretty special.
Yep.
Oh.
Yes, it has.
Look, I made none of these. I'm just saying Sora has changed everything. Like, I was trying to explain it to my mother. I was like, the AI has taken a huge leap forward in quality, and now you're watching videos where this looks like an actual Pixar movie. It's not, because the the subject matter is simply never going to be a Pixar film. But,
It would be
yeah.
funny if it was.
The internet's purpose seems to be either super racist and inappropriate or lewd. like they get a hold of something and then they're just going to send it in that direction. And my lord, the amount of MLK videos,
Oh my gosh, yeah.
the amount of Stephen Hawking in inappropriate situations.
Oh yeah, I've seen those. Those are fun.
Little mustache man and a guy who should have been a priest from Russia.
Oh yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh, the wrestling promos have been pretty delicious. I saw a Civil War one where Lee is in the middle of the ring, like yelling out, and suddenly like the music hits and Grant comes walking down the ramp.
Ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum.
It was actually period accurate music,
Oh.
Oh.
which doesn't quite
I mean,
fit for the
boring.
pop of it all.
Yeah, you ain't getting a pop off banjos.
Well, and where on earth is this going? Because this is going to get to the point where you can't tell the difference, and the internet's going to get flooded with this stuff, and like you can't stop the tidal wave of inappropriateness, and I can't tell the difference anymore.
It's gonna be really good. Nothing bad will come of that.
A lot of it's so good, you're just going to have to tell it's wrong based upon context.
Yeah.
It's like, no, clearly Betty White did not enter a cage match and jump from the corner.
Hey, Rhett, do you remember that show Prison Break?
I do, yeah.
Do you remember how, like, the plot line, at least in the first season, is that his brother is accused of murdering somebody with a doctored video?
Right.
Yeah, I bet none of that'll happen. Definitely not.
Well, and it'll be a glorious time for misinformation because you'll have people see videos of politicians say stuff and they'll never understand or like imagine people technologically speaking who are a bit more boomery. Like they'll just be like, well, that was inappropriate what Trump said. And it'll be impossible to explain to them, no, he never said that because they saw the video and they're convinced it's true now.
Yeah.
Because you just can't unring that bell. And there are a lot of low information voters that put almost no effort into understanding whether or not information is accurate. Now tell them seeing actual video with actual audio is incorrect.
Yeah.
Well, I saw a video of him and Putin kissing. And
they were making out real hard.
See, he always was a part of the, a Russian stooge or whatever. And it's like, I don't.
Rhett is looking really forward to this.
Yes, he is.
There's nothing we could do, everybody. It's just going to get worse every stinking day. And I'm here for it. Like the memes alone are just going to be glorious. Well, and imagine content making like YouTube. How are you going to stop this wave?
Oh, God, yeah.
I mean, how do you fact check a lot of this stuff? It's just like, well, they never said that. It's like, well, how do you know? We have video and audio now.
Yeah, I mean, can you imagine the backlash we're going to get?
Oh, insane. But there's a theory of dead internet where eventually the internet's going to be full of bots and fake videos and fake music that'll just self-consume. That most people will just have to just disconnect from the internet because it'll just start to die with automated sources. I mean, it's possible. Look, I'm a big fan of the internet, but its death wouldn't hurt civilization, definitely.
No, I mean it. Well, you know what's funny is you and I are both fans of that there Cyberpunk, and in Cyberpunk they had to wall off a huge chunk of the internet because of AIs would come and eat you.
Yeah, they got so out of because everybody's plugged into the internet that AI can literally just go into your brain and fry you. So they had to create an almost Great Wall of China to keep out the horrors of the internet.
Yeah, but in this, it's not that the AI are well. Maybe we'll get to that point too. But it's more just that it'll just be so intolerable. We'll just be like, ugh, oh god, I don't know.
Well, imagine having implants and then just AI inserting into your eyes, like changing what you're actually seeing. Where the old Yahtzees are everybody everywhere.
It'll be really good.
You can't stop it.
Nope.
Silver's gonna try, but she can't stop it.
I could stop it.
She's gonna be the new John Connor.
Take him out.
John Connor.
She is
Silver
the
Connor.
she is the chosen one, the only one that could stop the AI invasion.
I am the chosen one.
She is basically Neo.
Neo.
All right. That me.
She knows kung fu.
I know
Yes.
Kung Fu.
Kung Fu.
I know Kung Fu.
I know Kung Fu, dude.
You're gonna have a fist fight with Morpheus at some point, and this could be pretty great.
Bum 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 bum.
It's a great fight, man. The first Matrix, kind of downhill after that.
Film. There are no Matrix movies. There's only the first one.
There is only the first. I love that with a lot of media that gets really bad after the first thing, that there's a lot of cognitive dissonance where some movies people just cut off from their memory just to preserve the purity of the previous one.
Yeah.
Like the new Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Think of the second one. First one's good.
Yeah. Yeah,
And yet
they
there's other
were.
movies that get the opposite reputation. They get a bad reputation despite the fact they rock, like Predator 2.
Predator 2. What? The Predator 2 has a bad reputation?
Yeah, amongst morons.
It's the problem. The problem with Predator 2 is just thematically it's very different,
Yeah,
but it's still good.
I love it. And I love the first Predator, but Predator 2 is very fun. I love the crazy, like, hyper LA setting where it's just like there's gang wars. And
It's like
just,
Gremlins is
great.
a good horror movie. Gremlins 2 is a parody of Gremlins.
Mm.
It's not even like the same kind of film.
Oh, and Danny Glover's mega-sized suit.
Yeah,
It's great.
oversized. We need to bring back shoulder pads.
Oh yeah, shoulder pads and way too baggy pants, dress pants. That's what we need.
I'm in.
Yeah,
I want to be
let's
shaped
do it.
like a square.
I want to look like I'm the lead singer from Talking Heads always.
Was there a ludicrous music video where he was just a big square Roblox guy?
No, that's Kanye West and somebody else. I forget the other guy's name.
Oh, Kanye.
Speaking of Mustache Man.
Oh.
Look, don't look up his music video recently.
No, you really should, everyone. It's really hilarious.
It's funny,
So
it was-
curious.
It was so inappropriate, the internet just purged it everywhere, but people still had to find it. The audacity of that chorus.
And it is an audacity.
The balls to put those words together.
Mega cojones.
I mean, I don't. It's Kanye. Like I don't. I've never been a big fan of his stuff, but good lord.
But you're saying you are now. I understand.
No, no.
Yes.
That's the only time I ever actually went out of my way to like, what is everybody talking about? Oh,
I remember that day because you just text me
no.
and you're like, Ross, oh my god.
had you seen it yet, or did I like trigger you to?
I hadn't seen it. I of course heard about it, and I think I'd seen like stills, but I hadn't watched it. And I was like, well, if Brett says it's hilarious, I should probably. Oh my god! And
Oh,
it was
no.
hilarious. It was very hilarious.
It's pretty funny. Well, we were back, and outside the castle. I don't know if we've cleaned up since the
One.
news dump of last week.
Oh,
Nope.
No, it's still there.
yeah.
Ross, how's the week going?
Not too bad, but it was a lot of driving this week, but I expected it. But, it's been all right. Can't
Oh,
complain too much.
getting into that battlefield.
Battlefield is fun. It can also be horribly frustrating some matches, but, that's that's just Battlefield.
The joke now, because of the controversy with the women thing, is that you go into a battlefield and all you can hear is screaming women.
Dude, I'll be honest, like that first weekend, that literally, it's super tapered off even till now, just in 1 week. I only have one, like there's one, the support class in NATO, there is no male character, so you're just stuck. I'm sure they'll probably release a skin later that you can buy. But I'm down to one class that I just need to get a dude with, and that's the Pax Armada support. And that's it. And then I'm done.
Silver,
And it is
by
the
the
most
way,
tedious thing.
they were randoming people as women on Battlefield 6 just to, I guess, mix it up. So as people were dying, you just heard constant women screaming all the time
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Mhm.
on the battlefield, because women are frontline soldiers.
And definitely should be. It's definitely not a bad sign of society.
Well, the ones necessary for the propagation of the species should definitely be thrown into the front line and die easily.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good thing to do.
Easy cannon fodder.
Easy cannon fodder. I
True.
propose Silver next storming
I
those
volunteer
beaches
as tribute.
as tribute.
Hashtag dead, hashtag inside.
Hashtag dead, hashtag inside.
Yes.
How's the homework going, Silver?
Oh, great. Physics, total sense.
Physics.
Amazing. Physics. Yeah, I love calculations that seem totally useful. What is acceleration when ball hits ground from 3 meters in the air?
Ew, meters? Yuck.
Gross.
I speak English.
Because we only use.
Freedom units, you mean?
I
Yes.
wish.
Gross.
No, disgusting.
I watched a couple of videos about black holes, and it's funny talking about physics because it's like, oh, we spent a lot of time trying to understand physics and the rules of the universe, but it's like it all becomes relative because physics stop to function when you get to a black hole, where it's like, oh, the rules of how the universe functions actually just start to deteriorate.
Yeah, you'll find that a lot where it's like, oh, this is a law of physics, Newton's second law. Except when this happens under these circumstances, then throw that out the window.
Oh.
It's like, oh, okay.
We spent so much time trying to establish that science is like this hard and fast thing, and we as we understand more about the world, we become more knowledgeable about how things function. And as you go deeper and deeper, eventually you reach science is a lot more wishy-washy than we would hope it would be.
Yeah.
Because it's
Turns
like,
out things are weird.
yeah, well, it's like, oh, all of this stuff functions this way, and then we don't know why that does that.
Oh.
Well, I thought you had answers for everything. We don't. We really don't.
No, we try though.
It's our best estimation. Everybody, DG Podcast is anti-science.
Absolutely.
Hashtag DG Podcast.
Hashtag science.
Hashtag science. Well, we're going to become a flat earthing podcast.
Ooh,
heck yeah.
Yeah, I want to know what's behind the wall in Antarctica. I
Wouldn't
bet
it
it's
be-
Hyperborea.
Wouldn't it be pretty cool? I kind of like the idea of like an ice wall, but then it makes me more scared because it's like nobody tip it.
Also, why'd we put it there? I'm sure it's not bad.
Well, then who built the ice wall?
Mm. Our super, well, depending on who you ask, our super Aryan ancestors or something. I don't know.
Oh, the Yakub.
I'm sure he was there.
Well, he made the Aryans.
But yeah, well, he turned us disgusting cave apes into a race of people. You know. So.
Oh, by the
thank God
way,
for him, really.
in our secret Instagram group, I've been sending you guys AI Sora generated videos of people fighting very racist Dark Soul bosses.
No,
Ooh.
no.
Ross would be a big
Do
fan.
say I am intrigued.
Yeah, I'm always.
There
a
are
big fan.
some recent ones you might click on here and let me
I'll have to
know.
go back and watch them.
Let's see.
Well, no, just check it out now so we can
Okay.
hear maybe what
Clicking
this
on the
is.
first
My phone is not on me. It's charging.
Should I just like turn it on so you can kind of hear the volume?
I don't know if something inappropriate is said.
Okay, hold on. I'll just watch it myself then. Mm-hmm.
Just quietly watch this video. Wonder what it could be.
Ah, I see. Yes. This one looks very special.
Oh, is that the
Yeah.
Pixar video?
Yes, that one.
Yeah,
The next one. Oh wow.
There's some dark.
Sugoi.
There's some Dark Soulsy bosses. Needless to say,
Ah, there it is. Yep.
it's a little racist.
Oh my gosh.
This is what the internet is going to use AI for. It's going to spin out of control.
It's great.
You can't stop it.
My money.
Who would you fight that's obsessed with money anyway? Let's move on.
Now, whatever are you talking about, Rhett?
Ross, don't pull out your
Giving it
elderly
away.
Jewish mother voice.
Now, Redifer, what are you talking about? I assume Red is short for that.
Redifer.
I don't know. I barely
It
know
is.
English. I speak Yiddish.
So we have some interesting topics. There wasn't any one topic to stand out, so I thought I'd lump in a few under the context of, well, maybe you'll see where we're going. Me and Ross kind of sat down and talked about it. And one of the bigger news for confusing reasons is apparently Keira Knightley is now the most hated person on the internet.
Yeah, she's disgusting.
Blue Sky got really obsessed and upset with what she said. Essentially, an interviewer who seemed to try and get some controversy. So, by the way, Harry Potter, they're doing a full cast audio recording of the books, and she plays a character in the books. And somebody asked her in an interview while she was doing a press junket for some Netflix movie she's doing about the controversy, and she just kind of laughed and went, "Look, we're all going to have to figure out how to live together." And then that was it. That was all she did. People got infuriated because she laughed it off, because this is super serious and really important to them. It's the most important thing that's ever existed. They can't deal with the fact that she would giggle off everything. To be on a quote, "I was not aware of that. No, I'm very sorry."
How
I
could
mean,
she?
it's the most passive, politically neutral way of dealing with the discussion.
Yeah.
It's the least. Look, I would hope that every celebrity deals with things like this. It's like, well, let's hope we can learn to live together and move on. As opposed to the demand that everybody has to have a political stance on every issue. I would hope most celebrities are not political.
Yeah.
Or at least not publicly political. But they got infuriated. The internet was not happy. They were determined to destroy her and everything she lives with, believes in, and project upon her all of the evils of the universe.
Good. Good.
I mean, there were calls for we need to bring canceling back.
Oh my god.
Uh,
That'll get everyone on side.
Well, she didn't do anything.
But you don't understand. I'm angry.
The way they talk about her
my
is
God.
the way they talk about people they think actually exist. Like the mustache man is wandering the countryside.
He's out
Like
there.
there's an equivalent between these two. And the internet went insane, and it was really pathetic.
Sure.
Which opens up our discussion to more Harry Potter related stuff. So
Oh, yeah.
Ross, who's the only person here I think that's played Hogwarts Legacy.
Yeah, I mean, granted, it wasn't a lot, but I have played it, technically speaking. And technically, that is the most correct you can be.
Well, we had an article talking about the controversy with Hogwarts Legacy. Let's read a little bit. For years, the Harry Potter franchise was dominated pop culture, with Hogwarts Legacy acting as the franchise's most popular video game adaptation. It's no wonder that controversy surrounds the franchise has sprung up at some point. At the first Harry Potter book was released almost 30 years ago. Nevertheless, it's disappointing that such a well-loved piece of pop culture has sullied in the eyes of many Potterheads. I've never heard of that.
It's a thing.
Despite new content for the franchise, like Hogwarts Legacy continuing to release. Unfortunately, Hogwarts Legacy was unable to unmuddy the name of Harry Potter franchise. While the game may have been met with a positive player and critic response, it's also subject to boycotts upon release. The boycotts had no effect on the game.
Well, if they did, that means it would have it was a huge success as is, and it would have been either just as big of a success because it was tiny, or it would have been an astounding mega success, the likes of which gaming has never seen. So either way, they're fine.
The only thing the boycott succeeded in is driving an innocent girl from streaming on the internet.
Yeah, that's true.
While the game may have been met with positive player response, let's see. Games tried to placate fans within the game itself, but the developer's attempt was poorly received. It goes without saying that Avalanche Software and Warner Brothers games cannot try and avoid the controversy the same way Hogwarts Legacy did in the game's allegedly slated sequel. It has hurt the legacy of blah, blah, blah. They seem to think that there's some sort of reputation to fix.
I don't know about that.
And that in order to fix it, in this article, they make demands that essentially there has to be a trans character as the main character in the sequel in order to allow itself to distance itself, I guess, from the controversy or rise above it or fight off old J.K. Rowling's drama. Cancel Red. I'll cancel you, Chance. Suck a big one. I think a better name for Potter fans would be Harry Nuts. I am a fan of that. I will get behind that one. Well, so this look, this is a fairly roll your eyes at article. Mainly because there's always an effort to bring up controversy and try and re-stem up the drama around whatever franchise it is.
Yeah.
Which sort of brought up the idea in my mind of a lot of these fandoms. And we're going to address this situation in other places as well. Whether it's Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings or Star Wars or whatever it happens to be. And in the name of either representation or diversity, or it doesn't even have to be sort of the current political trending topics. It seems to me that there is a long-running effort of people to want to change the direction and worlds and franchises that are very popular to cater to their sensibilities.
Yeah.
Let's take J.K. Rowling out of it. I would expect that there would be a lot of demands of trans representation regardless in a Harry Potter franchise product.
We've seen it in other franchises, yeah.
Yeah, well, which brought to mind, and a lot of the claim is representation. I don't think that's, well, look, representation is the claim. I don't think that's necessarily entirely true anymore.
Mm-mm.
A lot of the time when there's calls for changes, this reminds me sometimes that I don't want to really talk about religion, but it reminds me of people joining religions and then being like, well, we need to change this, this, and this. And it's like, well, then why are you joining the religion? Like, clearly it's not for you. You don't agree with the precepts. You just want it to change to cater to you. And a lot of time when it comes to pop culture, media, nerdy stuff, they look at it and they go, I like it, but I want to consume this product, but I need this to cater to exactly my sensibilities. I want it to feature me or feature my political ideology or cater to this or cater to that. And in the end, it's like, I don't think you actually like the product you're looking at. Well, it's like Harry Potter. Oh, I love Harry Potter, but I only love it insofar as I can transpose myself and what I want out of it into it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Now, I know it's escapism, and maybe the escapism comes around to they see themselves in the universe, but then they can't see themselves in the universe if it doesn't cater to the small proclivities of it, which if everything you see, if all the media you consume is you have to transpose yourself into the media in order to enjoy it, I don't think you're enjoying the product. I think you're trying to escape reality.
Yeah. Yeah, because we've seen this. I don't know. I've seen it. I mean, right? You and I are Warhammer fans.
Yes.
I'm putting myself more on the past tense of that.
Right.
I enjoy BattleTech as well. We've seen both of those get hit with people coming in who want it to be a certain way. They want to add certain things, and it's not things like rules or anything like that within the game. It's
fundamentally changed the universe.
Yes, and it's like, well, what?
Well, and then I would argue they don't even like it then, because if you like the product, you like it for what it was. Sorry to bogart your comment. Chance says, trans folk in Harry Potter isn't that big of a leap. I mean, girls have wands in that universe, so, they can vote, which is also wrong. I think they've gone too far. They let them out of their cages? I mean, what is this?
I mean,
where are they? They should be making magical sandwiches.
Disgusting.
I remember when I tried that joke on you, Silver. We were hanging out one night playing a video game, and I was like, make me a sandwich. And you were like, I mean, I can. Like, I mean, what kind? You don't even, live nearby me, so it would take a minute. And I was like, oh, just forget it.
Sandwich do you want?
You ruined it.
You ruined it. I was trying to trigger you. I think you have turkey. I don't. I mean, I
definitely
can.
Have peanut butter and jelly. Whatever you want.
I'm not 5.
A nice filling peanut butter and jelly.
Well, and consider this. Let's take an iconic franchise. Let's say Star Wars. I like Star Wars, but I want the main character to be completely different from who they are. I was like, well, then do you like Star Wars?
How much do you actually like it?
Do you really like it, or is this power fantasy of trying to superimpose yourself, or maybe your ideology, or you're trying to control the franchise in some way? It seems like a lot of franchises are intentionally being co-opted by people who either don't like it, which I think is a lot of the case, or it's popular, so they want to change it into something that caters to them specifically because it's popular in public view. so that I guess it leans in their direction. Because it's like nobody cares about changing books that no one has read. People care about changing books that people read. And Harry Potter is a very popular book.
Just hugely.
I mean, I don't start asking, like, why aren't there middle-aged white men in Harry Potter going to school? It pisses me off.
This is what I want.
Was it if I were at Hogwarts, I would use physical violence?
Just suplexing students.
Yes. Wingardium Leviosa, why don't you shut the hell up?
Just body slam him.
Just belligerent all the time.
Yeah. Well, look, wizards are like the wands and stuff, but it's like, do you think? Look how scrawny Dumbledore is. Do you think he'd survive a punch if you got close?
Which
No.
Dumbledore? The first one or the one that finished out the series?
Both.
Oh, because the first one, I mean, good
He
God,
did survive,
still breathes,
period.
killing him.
Well, to be fair, no, it was the other guy in Gladiator who was a heavy drinker.
Oh yes, Oliver Reed.
Yeah.
Yeah, he died. Yeah, that's before.
You get around that wand is almost like a gun. You get around the gun, and you get a hold of him, just start throwing him into the wall. Like, he can't stop you. And the wand is kind of a weakness if you think about it. Yo, you can't cast spells without that stupid stick.
Just grab it from him and snap the thing. What are you gonna do about it?
I would bully Harry. I would bully Harry Potter.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know you will.
And it's not even
Especially
because of like the scar, which is cool. It's because he's a loser. No parents having loser.
Dumb orphan.
Dumb orphan.
Reed.
It'd be so easy to bully kids at wizarding school because wands are really expensive and you just can snap them.
Yes.
Oh yeah. I'm shocked that doesn't happen more than it did in the series, honestly.
Is there
some cultural thing?
Well, they make wizards out to be these hugely powerful people that have to hide in the background. It's like, can wands stop bullets? Is there a spell that can block a bullet? Because if there isn't, Voldemort is not that scary because it would just take a few guys with guns to blow him away. It's like, ooh, I can't say his name. Well, we're going to blow him away and then toss him off a ship in the middle of the ocean so that they don't have a place to mourn him.
Can you say Glock, bitch?
We cast Accio Glock.
I mean, not just that meme of Harry Potter replacing all the wands with guns and they could still pull off pretty much most of the spells. Like turning off the lights, they're just shooting the lights out.
There's just a mission in Call of Duty where Captain Price and the SAS just go in and kill Harry Potter.
Chance says Blockus Glaucus. That doesn't sound like genuine fake Latin to me, Chance.
That's not real Harry Potter magic talk.
That's not real terrible Latin. But needless to say, it's like, I'm an inner city gang member. Why isn't there enough like crypt representation in Harry Potter? Like, how far do we need to take this complaint that all media all the time has to cater to my specific sensibilities? Otherwise, it's not good enough. Otherwise, it doesn't adapt to what my need is. At what point did we become so needy and so demanding that all media all the time has to cater to what we want all of the time? And I'm not just talking about the quote unquote wokeness or the new political wave. I'm talking this weird entitlement attitude among people in these that consume these products. And it doesn't just encompass Harry Potter. It's like this expectation that, it used to be that a book that was written was the vision and intention of the author. And if you didn't like the book, you didn't like the book.
Mm.
But you didn't go, I want you to change stuff. It's like, who are you to demand changes to this universe? You didn't invent this universe. You didn't write these books. If you were that good, you would have done it already. There's a reason why J.K. Rowling has earned so much money. And then they're trying to divest J.K. Rowling from the actual books. The books don't exist without her. And you can't pretend that she doesn't exist. Now, you can absolutely disagree with her politics or the things she says publicly, which I would recommend if you're a celebrity and you don't want to damage the reputation of the products you make, perhaps don't be political. But she feels she has to be political for whatever reason. Fine. Maybe you just don't consume Harry Potter. No, I want to consume it. I just want it to cater to my personal sensibilities. Like, how entitled is that attitude? It needs to cater to what I want.
All the time. Hello.
All the time, every day, all day.
Yeah.
The expectation that we can change things to cater to our personal sensibilities. Let alone Dungeons and Dragons now in the current controversy, where Dungeons and Dragons has doubled down on the activism.
Oh, God.
Like,
that'll go good.
There's apparently no longer any bad guys in the game anymore.
Yeah.
So
Like, orcs aren't considered evil. Here's a beholder. The beholder seems to have
It has
LGBTQ coloring in the eyes.
So kawaii desu.
Yeah, it looks like
This is an official Dungeons and Dragons artwork, and the artwork centers on a gay male couple, a black elf. I didn't know there were black elves, and a burly dragonborn in a romantic pose where the dragonborn is sweeping the elf off his feet. This is a center of town square, blah, blah, blah.
a bunch of kobolds dancing.
Bunch of kobolds dancing. Yeah, and they've gone down the very hard political direction. And I suppose if you live in a fantasy world where you want everything to cater to your little fantasy worlds, that those people who might feel that they are in normally ostracized subcultures want to use a game franchise to fantasy play out the world they want to see. You could do that in Dungeons and Dragons. That's not what Dungeons and Dragons was intended to, but role-playing games are where you can do whatever you want to. The fact that you demand that the game cater to it is really weird. Like, and this is a long road Dungeons and Dragons has gone to. Oh, orcs are inappropriate. Why? Because they're black people. And it's like, if you think orcs are black people, that's more of a commentary on you.
Oh, absolutely.
It's like, oh, the evil monster savage creatures are racist because they're black people. It's like, well, they're green. At what point did you think they were black people? It's really gross, honestly, to presuppose that it's immediately a racist commentary.
It's exactly that scene from The Grinch. It's because I'm green, isn't it?
Dungeons and Drag Queens. Dang it, Chance, you and your witty repartee.
Damn you.
Damn you and being quick on the keyboard. But once again, this is catering, the people demanding the universe cater to their own sensibilities. Guess what? I can play Dungeons and Dragons and orcs are evil. And you can't stop me. But all of everything in Dungeons and Dragons, especially current product, is modifying rules in current product to try and cater to needy, awkward people who want the worlds to shape around their personal identity. And you can do that sort of thing, but the fact that they're demanding the game itself cater to it, it's like, if you can get any versions of Dungeons and Dragons and make orcs good guys. But the fact that you demand it be official is weird. Yeah. And the fact that the universe is so insecure about its own established world that they're catering to it. Like a lot of complaints lately, it seems to be that Dungeons and Dragons and Wizards of the Coast thinks that Dungeons and Dragons is basically full of people who are furries that play the game.
Which maybe they're not wrong, but
You know what? That's fair. They may not be wrong.
maybe they're not wrong, but maybe you don't want to just cater to them. I just thought, I don't know.
So I got this great post. So the response to and Robert J. Kunst. Robert J. Kunst. D&D has always been about participating in building and experiencing fantasy, not fantasies or fantasizing. It's about fear and wonder of the unknown and not socio-political or postmodern nihilistic claptrap. It's about adventure and the parties in arms who excel in such quests and not papier-mâché parties. Legends are born with the former, while the latter produces at best gruel for the simple-minded who have no anchorage to the myths. Legends and stories that birth the genre and its subgenres. The latter's postmodern gobbledygook deconstructs the pillars of fantasy and mocks untold years of dedicated to its classical beginnings in creativity, wit, and imagination of its authors. It insults thousands of years of culture, literature, folklore, tales, while standing on their ashes like some uninformed, midget-minded arsonist. It is an affront to truth in all cases, culturally and historically, and unlike the target, aims to impugn, mock, and destroy itself, will be consigned to the dustbin of history. The response to this post was written by someone who's never played D&D. Cool. D&D is literally meant to be adjusted to your liking. It's 1,000% meant for fantasies. Read an effing book, a D&D book. Robert J. Kuntz, one of the inventors of the game.
No, he's clearly a tourist, Red.
Yeah, they were calling him a tourist of the franchise.
Well, because I watch Critical Role, and so therefore I know what it really is.
Yeah, and look, once again, I think I agree with Robert's assessment. It's meant for adventures, not for you to roleplay your fantasies.
Yeah.
That being said, you can roleplay your fantasies. And perhaps this is pointing to a problem with modern, I guess, escapism, is that people are living in indulging in their fantasies.
Mm.
You know, it's like everything they want. It's like, well, I like Harry Potter. I imagine I'm in Gryffindor, and this is the school I'm in, and that I date Harry Potter. Or I become the chosen one, or something.
I take him out. I become the chosen one.
I saw a comic criticizing the Harry Potter universe, and he was like, "How weird! Like how confusing is that world? Because like I don't like Harry Potter." But he was like, imagine the worst person in the universe. Like, imagine the Mustache Man is so bad that the reason why you keep around a bully is just in case he might return. Like, why is this horrible guy who bullies the children going here? Well, that Mustache Man from a while ago might come back. What do you mean he might come back? What evidence do you have for that? It's like, well, he might have hidden his essence into 20 different objects around the world, including one child.
You know how you do.
You know how you do.
Just like a bunch of like fucking gobbledygook. Like it's just conspiracy theories.
Yeah. Well, it's like that's a legitimate reason why Harvard keeps some guy around just so he can fight the Mustache Man who comes wandering back in. It's like, why do you have this just UFC fighter as a teacher of philosophy at Harvard? Well, just in case.
You never know.
You never know. So we could deal with it.
Could happen, man. I mean, you know.
Well, I suppose this opens to discussion of how do you see your fantasy, your pop culture. Like, how do you consume it? Are you by requirement? Is it escapism to the point where you have to fall into the universe yourself? And you can't, and you get upset if there's anything that pulls you out of it in some way?
No.
Have you ever consumed any product like that where it's constant fantasies of you inserting yourself into current products? And
Oh God, no. I mean that's it's not useful. I don't know. Like there's obviously, I mean there are some stories where you can do that, right? But then there's plenty of other stories you read where like no, like I'm not some puritanical witch hunter like who's facing down evil wherever it may be. But man, that's a fun story to read. Cause man, imagine. But like, I'm not some barbarian who was raised in the fighting in the death pits or whatever, but makes for a fun story.
well, and there's something enjoyable about escapism, but it's escaping and then never coming back, I guess is the problem.
Yeah, and like there's a time and a place. Like I don't stuff that's written purely for that reason, like whatever, like people can enjoy that, I guess, but like demanding something else be changed to be that way is so arrogant and it's so shitty. And I mean, I mean, there's a lot of talk and has been forever on the internet of like authorial intent.
Uh-huh.
And, like, because on one hand, people argue that no, don't enjoy this thing that way. It's actually making fun of you. And on the other hand, it's like, yeah, but I'm enjoying it at, on the face of it. And it's great. And sometimes the great, the greater depth to whatever this media is, whether it's a movie, video game, or whatever, sometimes that's not real either. Sometimes literally the creator just made it to be like, yeah, this is kind of cool. I don't know.
Well, I would venture to say everybody has to some degree fantasized themselves into the world.
Sure.
Maybe you
Yeah.
watched something that was really cool and it's like, oh, I really like Saving Private Ryan. Imagine what it would be like to be a soldier in World War II. Or I really like this romance and I really related to the character or I thought the girl in it was really cute and it was like, oh, what if I were dating her sort of thing. But that usually only reaches so far. And most people allow that fantasy to play out in their heads. In their heads. They don't go so far as to harass and write campaigns demanding that they write them into the story so that they can fill out their fantasy. And it's like, well, just do it in your head. Like, I don't know why imagination is extended to the fact that it's like, oh, well, I imagine I'm a trans person in Harry Potter. And it's like, oh, okay. You now need to allow trans people to be in Harry Potter. It's like, why does she have to change it so that your fantasy feels more legitimate? I guess is what you're saying?
God damn it.
Somehow it fulfills itself and more. Like, you could play this out in your head without that. It's like Dungeons and Dragons could be anything you want it to be. Why you demand the rules change so that it more legitimizes what you want it to be is confusing to me.
Yeah, and it's just, I don't know, the D&D one is especially baffling where it's like, so there's just no conflict ever? Like, okay.
It's all hunky-dory and everybody has genitalia that fits with everybody else and nothing's weird or verboten and no one would frown on anything. It's like, I imagine if I played another D&D campaign, there'd be a lot of interracial disharmony.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh, Cap Cruz has stumbled into the chat. Dungeons and Dragons excel at instilling gray morals into normal situations. Perhaps they are loosening the labels so that the GMs have more leeway to determine how a character behaves. You always had that leeway. You didn't have to obey the rules.
Yeah, and
that was never a requirement.
Systems is you could pluck the gameplay like rules, quote unquote, and just place it in whatever universe you wanted.
House rules have existed in D&D forever.
Yeah.
Do we really need to be told some races are frequently evil? Yeah. Because it fits within an established universe that they had already set up with books and lore and whatnot. And you don't have to follow that. But here's where it gets weird. let's say I create a fantasy universe. And there may or may not be a small mustache man who's frequently featured as exemplar of evil.
Yes.
But because of ambiguity and people who might feel one way or the other, I feel like I don't want to have a concerted stance on whether or not he's a bad person. So I write this universe in such a way that you could associate with him if you want to, and he's misunderstood. He is morally gray. That way, anybody who feels unincluded feel fully capable of including him if they might agree with his stances. Now, that feels gross and seems somewhat inappropriate. It's okay to write a monster that's a bad guy. And I think the reason why it's confusing is we're trying to muddy whether or not these monsters are bad guys at all. It's like orcs were always savage creatures who killed things. Why do we feel it necessary to muddy that? If you want to in your personal game, just be like, well, I'm an orc. But the fact that they feel that they need to, it's playing out a fantasy of being misunderstood so that you can play this character. It's the grossest, self-indulgent, narcissistic, everything has to be, and this caters to the modern sensibilities in the culture as well. You can't have moral stances on things. Everything has to be relative. You can't say one thing is evil or bad. Everything is mixed in some way. Horseshit. Someone who kills somebody is probably a bad person. But we have to morally relative everything. It's like, no. A beholder is an evil monster. Vampires are evil. Well, what about the sexy ones who sparkle? No, they should also die.
Absolutely.
I will kill all of Twilight. And guess what? If you don't agree with that, just ignore that in the rules. But the fact that we have established ambiguity everywhere so that people can indulge all the wildest fantasies. Well, I'm going to be a Cthulhu monster who also likes furry culture. And I demand the rules cater to that. Isn't Cthulhu the embodiment of evil? Yeah, it's morally gray. And not to... you had an interesting point, Cap Cruz. I'm just saying it is the trend to muddy everything. This is not where D&D started. There have been books in this universe for a long time. The fact that they have started to flatten out everything seems absurd and stupid. Guess who's never upgrading to the current D&D books? This guy.
This guy.
I could just run around with my old books that still work. I mean, if you want to play... Here's perhaps an example. There's a Star Wars roleplay. There are Star Wars role-playing games, multiple ones. I have 3rd edition books and 4th edition books. It's an already established universe with lore and characters. But I want to play a Sith with all the Sith powers, but he's a good guy that's just misunderstood. It's like, yeah, but in Star Wars, when you pull on the dark side, you're quintessentially evil because you're pulling from evil. Well, no, I don't want to do that. Well, then do what you want to, but it's not really Star Wars, and you're going to have to get the DM to agree with it. You see where it becomes really confusing? It's like, well, I want the Sith to be a good guy. And it's like, literally in the rules it says, when you use dark side abilities, you get dark side points. Well, I don't want that to be the case. Well, it's like, well, then let's just do whatever we want. It's not Star Wars anymore. Just make up a universe, use the same rules, do whatever you want. Because if you want to play in the universe of Star Wars, certain things are considered morally bad. And if you don't want to play in that universe, then just do whatever. And I think that's one of the biggest problems when it comes to a lot of these universes like Harry Potter. And it's like, well, I want Harry Potter to change so that 90% of Hogwarts is from sub-Saharan Africa. And it's like, well, that's weird because it kind of is supposed to reflect like the time period that England would. No, I want it all to be. Well, then, so you're just going to change what Hogwarts was like? Yeah. Well, then this isn't Hogwarts anymore because the author established what it's supposed to look like and the people that are there. So now it's just not Harry Potter anymore. And I think that's one of my biggest grievances is now we're talking about lore and universes that are established by the authors that we're now trying to be like, well, I want it to be different. This isn't your universe. This is their universe. That's not yours. And you might feel some possession because you had an attachment to the stories, the universe of the plot. I get that. They mean a lot to you. But this isn't yours. And talking about this issue, we're going to point at the recent Lord of the Rings drama. A university course has suggested that Tolkien's treatment of evil characters follows a tradition of anti-African antipathy. I don't know why. The Telegraph is demanding I log in. I'm going to find a better source for this. Give me a second. Ross, are you excited for them to tell us that orcs are a representation of black people or something?
Well, it's certainly not racist to think that, and obviously it's a very brand new idea. I've certainly never heard it before in the last entirety of my life.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it's brand new to me. I mean, it's crazy. Who would have thought?
Who would have thought? Stupid book. Essentially, see, I would have preferred to sit and talk about this a bit more extended, but essentially the article talks about how the university has set up a course to decolonize Lord of the Rings.
Oh my god.
And that the lore is established that, and by their definition, decolonize is de-white and de-westernize the universe. And it's like,
Jeez.
then it's not, it will cease to exist as Lord of the Rings. Because it is a European, more specifically English-centered folktale in a Western culture. Well, we need to de-westernize it. It's like, well, then you cease to have Lord of the Rings anymore. Not only that, but the narcissism to demand that a universe and books written by a man, all the words are intentionally what they want them to be. And you just show up later and be like, I want it to change. We need to decolonize this. I want this to change so that it's more attached to my sensibilities. Well, who the hell are you? Hey, guess what? If you want to make this universe that's not colonized, not westernized, not white, write your own damn book.
Mm-hmm.
Get published, become a movie. Oh, is that too hard or too difficult? Or maybe you're not as good a writer? The reason why the books are good is because they were good for a reason. The nerve to demand that Lord of the Rings cater to your sensibilities.
Yeah, and you know what? I think you and I, Red, probably find this especially offensive because our education is in history,
Right.
and we kind of view things as they were or are, right? As much as we can know, and it's just so like, why can't you just take these books for what they are and what the author intended? Because this author, J.R.R. Tolkien, is many letters and lots of things talking about these books and how he sees and views them and all that. Why can't you just take it like that? Why is there this compulsive? Well, I want it to just like this compulsive need to just have it be. Well, it needs to agree with me, and I need to fix it. And it's like, oh God, like what an exhausting way to live.
Well, and it acts like these universe exists separate from the author.
Uh-huh.
Well, like the universe is what it is, and that the author did something to it, and I don't like it, so we need to drag him out of the universe so that we can mold it into something that fits my sensibilities. It's like the Lord of the Rings doesn't exist without Tolkien. And everybody seems to forget when somebody writes something, it is from them. So it's who Tolkien is, it's his values, it's his ideas, it's his whole imagination. It's a reflection of his upbringing, the world, his experiences, everything he's been through gets expressed through these stories in one way or another. Well, I don't like stuff Tolkien did or said. And I would argue, if this is your feeling, that you need to divest Tolkien, the whiteness, the Western culture from Lord of the Rings, I don't think you like Lord of the Rings.
No.
I think you like a fantasy version that caters to you because you're a narcissistic piece of shit. I think that's really what it is. If you don't like Lord of the Rings, you don't have to read it. Well, it's really popular, and I like a lot of it. It just would be better if it featured a fat guy who didn't get laid, who became the center of the universe. And also, I think it's appropriate that the orcs are black people. It's like, they're not black people.
Oh my God.
They're evil monsters manipulated by Morgoth. Like, there's nothing ambiguous about who they are. I always hated that.
I don't know, it seems pretty ambiguous to me.
I always hated that George R.R. Martin comment of like, well, I think Lord of the Rings is terrible because it's like, what, did they just genocide all the the orcs or whatever? And it's like, well, they're evil. I don't know. It's like, if you purge evil from the world, is that considered bad because now there's not evil around to have evil, crappy ideas? Is Sauron a representation of colonialism and whiteness? Imposing the dark evilness on the universe? Sauron represents all evil. What do you think, Ross? Or should we bring up this article that you also found? Hey, orcs are black people.
It's back.
Sorry, everybody. Discord decided it wanted to act like it was updating, and I told it no.
Well, why don't you tell us about this, Ross?
Oh, my, well, so I just, put, like, several, old articles, because, it's so funny that this is coming up again, this, Lord of the Rings, analysis of the, orcs and ethnic chauvinism and all that, all this crap, and how orcs are racist, and like, there's also some kind of geographic, what do you call it, I don't know, paternalism? I don't know, it's hard to explain, like, where it's like, north is simple, south is sophisticated, west is good, and east is bad, but this has been a thing. I mean, the first article here, this is from 2017. Well, it's not an article, it's Tumblr, but it's very well-viewed Tumblr. The next one is from taylor.edu, and this is like an essay on, and it's more dealing with the movie.
An academic article.
Yeah, dealing with like, well, why do the orcs have, like, why do they make these choices when designing the orcs, like dreadlocks and stuff like that, which... Actually, I don't think any of the orcs have dreadlocks, but whatever.
Well, and just to be fair, dreadlocks aren't specifically a racial thing, and they happen when hair isn't clean.
Well, and especially when that movie, the Uruk-hai were birthed out of, like, muck, so I don't know. Maybe that's why.
Some of the earliest evidence of dreadlocks is from some Europeans, as I recall. It happens when you don't clean your hair.
Yeah. Which, sounds about white.
I mean...
But anyway.
They're dirty mud monsters. I don't know what you want.
They were birthed out of membrane and mud. They're gross, at least in the movies. There's a Medium article from 2020. I mean, this essay here is from 2004.
Uh-huh.
And then there's the very famous extra credits YouTube video from about 4 years ago now, 2021, I think, talking about orcs being racist and all this stuff. I mean, This is such an old, and I'm sure there's older analysis than this on Lord of the Rings and the races in there, and it's how it views the geography of the world of Middle Earth. But this it's just funny that this never goes away. It's just like, oh, it's that time of year again, or it's been a couple of years. I guess this has to come back now.
I guess they demand it. Cap Cruz has made a comment. I mean, if you look at storytelling as a mechanism to tackle social problems, adding ambiguity is more realistic than keeping more dichotomous thinking. Except storytelling isn't a mechanism to tackle social problems.
I'm sure some people view that.
Well, storytelling is whatever the hell you want it to be.
Yeah, totally.
So it can be used to tackle social problems, but that's not its purpose. And if you want your story to have dichotomous thinking and opposing ideas, then that's what you want it to be. I mean, I can see what you're getting at, but yeah, there's no single purpose to storytelling. Tolkien specifically said he wasn't trying to make social commentary. Deliberately. It was meant to be a fantasy story of adventure. Which would garner to dichotomous thinking. And especially if you want to talk about, especially with classic storytelling, where you're following kind of a hero's arc, and the antagonist or the protagonist has to go through sort of like, this is the goal. They go through problems and troubles and overcome the goal. You have to have some sort of contrasting force, which is usually where you get an antagonist, which doesn't always have to be a person. It can be an idea or a unit or whatever it happens to be. I would almost say storytelling classically requires dichotomy. It doesn't have to, but ambiguity just confuses the point. Most of the time, especially with writing, and I would say that this is more of a truism than anything, is let's say in persuasive writing, when you write, you have to have a thesis of sorts, and that thesis has to follow some sort of point or goal. You don't want ambiguity. What you're doing is you're making an argument. When you're writing a fantasy, you're still trying to express some sort of idea, and making it confusing makes it more difficult unless your idea or the point you're trying to make with what the hero's journey or whatever the theme is to be ambiguous or to question social norms or whatever it happens to be, then that could be what you do. But there has to be a point that you're trying to get to, I suppose, is what I'm getting at. Disagree, Ross?
No, I don't disagree. It's just, I think this is a case of, I mean, because there are people who do view storytelling like, well, I need to use this for social change.
Well, those are people who are obsessed with their self-imposed ideology, and everything they do has to be expressed through some political meanderings. Right. And it's just like, yeah, but that's not what this was for, that you're wanting to make this into. Well, yeah. That wasn't what Tolkien was for. And that really wasn't what Dungeons & Dragons was for. Dungeons & Dragons was having adventures. Yep. Experiencing scary moments, overcoming obstacles. Its purpose wasn't there for you to fulfill your fantasies and indulge in your ideological claptrap. Now, you could turn it into that if that's what you so desire, but that's not what it was supposed to be. And all this serves is to push people away from your franchise, because now you're establishing a hardened stance on political, sometimes controversial issues, which you're more than welcome to do, but that tells everybody else that might disagree with that, oh, well, this is now the LGBTQ role-playing game. And you don't like that, then you're just not consuming. How about we don't do that? How about it's more welcome to everybody as opposed to we have to be understanding to evil creatures? Well, especially with Lord of the Rings, it is far more established on what it considers to be good and bad.
Yeah.
Tolkien's very clear on what he considers to be evil.
Mm-hmm.
It is perhaps one of those franchises is almost clearly there's a good and a bad side. And for some reason to well, yeah. But for some reason to superimpose, well, the bad guys you're implying are black and brown people. And it's like, ew. Don't insert your politics into a universe that wasn't trying to establish politics.
Yeah.
Because that's a you problem. Now you're the one being gross. Tolkien wasn't doing that. It's just a story. And guess what? If you feel it's gross or it pushes Western culture, instead of demanding it change and cater to your sensibilities, don't read it. Don't watch the movies. Step away. Yeah, but I like some of it. Well, you're going to have to accept that this is what Tolkien wanted to say. Because you're not him. And this is what he had to say, and you're going to have to live with it. And if you don't like it, write your own damn book.
Dare you?
I dare. What else we have here? Medium.
Oh, you can move on from that one.
Oh, all right. I'm trying to include things you included, Ross.
I appreciate it. I just kind of I just wanted to establish that this is a long discussed.
This is a thing that's been going on for a long time.
Oh my God, they've been trying to do this for forever. For a long, long time. I would imagine if we went back to the 70s, and you could probably find somebody writing crap like this.
Now, this might skirt politics a bit, and I apologize, but I felt like this was related in some way. Now, there was an article on CNN that kind of hit the internet. Damn you, archive. You're supposed to prevent them from demanding a subscription. Anyway, so the argument was essentially that the male gaze has come back. And after years of social engineering and an effort to change the social norms, no matter what they do, no matter how much they've changed advertising and standards of beauty and how much they've pushed their new view of how they want things to function, confusingly, men still like hot women.
How dare they?
But we did all of these clothing ads and stuff with heavy ladies who were unattractive. Yeah, men still like hot chicks. Sydney Sweeney, for some enragingly to the rest of the world, somehow could sell pants.
It's really weird.
And the article talks about how upsetting it is that despite all of the effort to change this, the male gaze has returned. And it's like,
dear God.
And how horrible that is. And it's like, well, this goes back to what it was before. You can demand the world change around you to cater to your own sensibilities, or you can accept the fact that you're not in control and that human beings are not as easily manipulated and these universes are not yours. And I found this funny that this person is sitting here just upset that despite all of the social engineering that they did, they couldn't change everybody to do everything they want them to do or have the same views that they want them to have. Mm-hmm. And maybe you're not the center of the universe, and what you want the culture to look like isn't up to you. I know it's shocking and upsetting to see that the world is actually a lot more complex and difficult, and that everybody doesn't agree with your points of view. Now, this seems like I'm trying to present something as obvious and sarcastically, but a lot of people seem to lack the capability to understand that the world is full of people that don't agree with them. This isn't just, well, if I convince them. No, there are people that just hate you or hate your point of view, And you can't force them to change. And I'm not even talking about internal politics. There are people on the other side of the planet who think the world differently than you do.
Mm-hmm.
Who view things differently than you do. Who might have a more male-centered philosophy in India where women should be subjects. And you disagree with that. And you feel it's your responsibility to change the world. Well, they think it's their responsibility to change your world. And the nerve to sit there and go, the world isn't changing to what I want it to be. Lord of the Rings isn't catering to my specific cultural and political sensibilities. Well, you're not in charge, lady.
But what if I was?
The amount of violence and just horrific totalitarian stomping out to force the culture to be what you want it to be would just, like, I mean, that almost reminds me of what ended up happening with the Soviet Union of like, well, we're going to make it good for everybody, right? And if you don't disagree, we're just going to have to force it.
Yeah. It will happen.
She does got them genes, Cap Cruz. She got them genes. Well, and that's the funny thing. It's like, I could sit here and be upset. It's like, well, why aren't there guys that look like me? It's like, because I'm not Brad Pitt. And that's why I'm not in all of the movies.
Well, you're more of a Timothy Chalamet, I think.
I am more of a Timothy Chalamet.
You know, sensitive, artsy.
Harry Potter, Timothy Chalamet.
Well, that's the reason we don't have face cams, is because I'd shatter the internet and faces would bleed.
Yeah, you're holding our popularity back with your bashfulness.
You'd have Rhett stands.
I'm too shy.
Too shy.
The point being, it's like, oh, well, the unrealistic standards of beauty. And it's like, standards of beauty have been a thing since the inception of humankind. And I know immediately you're going to have people listening and be like, well, beauty's in the eye of the beholder. No. There are cultural shifts when you consider beautiful standards, but there are actual hard standards tested across multiple cultures. Talk to anybody in social sciences and they'll be able to. What are they, you might ask? Symmetry? You can't say beauty is in the eye of the beholder when clearly symmetry is a standard cross-cultural that people would consider beautiful. I mean, all of your eyes is probably a you see what I see my point as? It's like there could be shifts in culture, but it's like at some point you're gonna have to be like, yeah, that's an ugly guy.
God damn it.
Guess what? Hot guys with ripped abs and stuff is also an unrealistic beauty standard.
Darn it.
How come there shut up, Silver. How come there isn't a massive social push to demand fat guys be superstars and wearing outfits in ads? Because men have accepted this, women seem to want to demand that things be different. This seems more of a digression, but you see how it's somewhat related of, I expect everything to change to how I want it to be, and I'm upset that it's not the way I want it to be because all the world has to cater to my sensibilities.
Correct.
It's all about me.
Me! It's me! And I know it's upsetting for some of you to be like, oh no, I'm being judged by my attractiveness. And it's like, I know. I live in the same world you do. I don't control humankind. When my manipulative ability to modify our DNA happens, I might be able to change this, but I am no god.
I will be soon, so don't worry, everybody. I got you.
Cap Cruz says facial symmetry, women's waist to hip ratio, men's muscularity and smell, the standard human. Exactly. And we might not like it that we are judged by certain biological standards, but it's true. Like it's a weird thing to sort of sit there and go like, no matter what I do, by normal standards, whether cultural or simple biological standards, I'm never going to be the hottest person in the world.
Damn it.
That there are limitations.
Gosh dang it.
Well, especially with a lot of things, it's like height is a qualifier when it comes to performance in certain sports. There's nothing you can do about it. And you can shake your fist at the gods and weep for the existence of man, that there are limitations, that everything you were told as a child that you can be anything you want to be is a lie. But this is a real world. And guess what, little Timmy? You're not tall enough to be a basketball player.
Oh.
And and guess what? Your dad is too overweight and too old to become his high school track star or whatever. Like,
I'm sorry, Timmy. You can't dunk.
that 7 foot tall man is not going to fit in that F-16. I'm sorry. He's too big. The cost alone to modify a fighter jet so he can fulfill his dream of shooting down other planes, you're never going to fit, dude. It reminds me, one of my favorite comments I've ever seen on, I think it was Twitter. It was like YouTube or something. But anyway, it was that ad of Shaquille O'Neal. He does all these car commercials or whatever.
Oh, yeah, the general.
Yeah. And anyway, there was a comment underneath of like, who you kidding? You can't fit in that car.
Oh.
You're right, Shaq can't fit in that car.
Shaq ain't fitting.
Shaq ain't fitting in that car. Now I'm going to end with an article from that Park Place from Kim Belair. Kim Belair, who is, I think, the CEO of Sweet Baby Inc.
Oh.
And she has some interesting comments that I would like to address. It seems that they're fully admitting that their purpose when involving themselves in games was to change the culture. I know this sounds weird and confusing, and that, well, we're advisors to games to try and make them more inclusive. No, they're pushing what they consider progress. Here's some comments. Here's some quotes. There are thousands of videos about us, but those of us who have written, but no one has written to us saying, "Hey, we have a couple questions." That's not true. There are multiple creators who have tried to ask them questions and get interviews. But anyway, Belair went on to describe the creative process as a battlefield, encouraged developers to fight for their baby, her phrase for personal ideas when they conflict with the game's established direction. For critics, that remark perfectly encapsulated the issue. Sweet Baby Inc. consultants aren't merely assisting, they're embedding their personal and ideological perspectives into someone else's project. Later on in the discussion, Belair offered a sweeping defense of her company's work. When people fight against wokeness, what they're really doing is fighting against progressivism, and in a way, fighting against themselves. Going on to say, we did nothing wrong. We did our jobs the best we could. Yes. Anyway, they're essentially admitting that, yes, the purpose was to progress the culture through video games in the direction that they see fit. Once again, the arrogance to believe that you need to modify the culture to cater to your personal sensibilities. And to reiterate sort of the theme of this podcast is I don't even think they like the content that they're trying to screw with. For the most part. If you like Harry Potter, then you like Harry Potter for what it is, not what you think it should be.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's I don't know. Because they could do it. It is inserted into so many things where it's like, what? Like, and we have evidence. I mean, of people coming out and saying, like, yeah, I hate this, but I want to change it. Even if it's just certain kinds of fans.
Yeah.
The Witcher.
The Witcher.
Yeah.
That's a very obvious one, right?
That's a good point. The showrunners hated The Witcher. They wanted to change it. It became essentially the girl show featuring The Witcher.
Yeah.
They really like them witches.
Love them witches. I mean, there's been similar problems with the BattleTech community where Reddit moderators get themselves in positions of power, and then just that their whole thing is to shout down and shut out people with a certain opinion.
Yeah.
And we see this over and over again.
Thoughts, Silver, before we end this truncated discussion on things? I appreciate Cap Cruz's responses, even if she pushes back against them, I'm saying. Anyway, Silver.
If you don't like it, quit touching it.
Stop touching. Stop touching stuff.
Stop it. Really, if you don't like it and you're like, nah, I don't like this content, stay away from it. What are you doing? Doesn't matter.
It's not for you.
So dumb. It's not for you. Go find something you like and enjoy it. Stop.
I had an article I included. I'm not going to... Anyway, somebody blames the only reason why they hate Ghost of Yotei is because of Gamergate or whatever.
God. Uh-huh.
It's a really poorly... Like, we could spend like an hour and a half dumping on all of the poorly structured arguments and falsehoods, but it's just... You're not arguing in good faith. You're just trying to defend the thing because the other guys you don't like.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's the best review I saw of Ghost of Yotei? If you like Ghost of Tsushima, it's exactly like Ghost of Tsushima with better graphics and a worse story.
Well, I mean, that's concise.
Yeah. And I was like, you know what? That's probably the best review you can get.
Yeah.
News up.
The Distracted Gamer Podcast. Big steaming pile of news dump.
Because it's a spooky season, we are not going to crowd ourselves in the bathroom and hold hands while we poop. We're going to sit outside.
And hold hands.
And hold hands while we poop.
Admire the skies.
Enjoy the wind on my tuchus.
Beautiful.
Sometimes I like a breeze. What, Silver?
Nothing. I just wish you'd find your own bush.
We're in the bush together, everybody.
I dare you.
So weird news about South Park, Ross.
Oh.
Normally, South Park seasons are 6 episodes, or at least lately.
Uh-huh.
The expectation was that season 27 was going to run 10. Right?
Okay.
In a weird turn of events, season 27 ended, and the new episode this week was season 28, episode 1.
What the hell?
Back to back.
Oh.
And everyone was like, what?
That's really wild.
I know. I don't understand what exactly is going on. But instead of 10 episodes this season, they just stopped at 5 and started a new season the next week.
That's really weird.
Yeah, I know. I don't have an answer for you. It's really weird.
It's a very strange thing. I mean, okay.
Yeah. Unfortunately, one of the greatest men of all time, Mr. Drew Struzman, has passed away. You might not know his name, but you've seen everything he's ever done because he is the artist on all of the classic movie posters.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Indiana Jones, The Thing, Goonies, Big Trouble in Little China. And it's funny, I heard people commenting on the fact, let's see, Back to the Future, Blade Runner, E.T., Star Trek, Harry Potter, Indiana Jones, Star Wars, Hook. Rufio.
Rufio.
Yeah, you've seen his work because he's amazing. And then people, I heard this commentary and I agree with it, that people like to talk about his work as very classic Hollywood. And it's like, no, it was his work. He was just very prolific. Classic Hollywood,
Yeah.
no, you were just looking at his work. He just painted a lot of paintings. So it's really unfortunate we lost one of our greatest of all time.
Oh, that's really sad.
Cap Crew says, I think they may have only been contracted for 2 seasons, so this is a way to fulfill their contract. That might be the case. It's still weird. Wouldn't you wait a year before your next season? Do they have to be back to back?
Maybe they're just wanting to get out of it that quick.
They just want to escape their contract.
Jesus.
So there's no time frame on the contract? That's odd. When you
I mean,
so they looked at the contract and they said, well, it didn't say we had to do this over a certain period of time. Watch, they do, like, let's say their contract for 4 seasons. We get like 4 seasons back to back, and then they run.
back to back to back to back to back.
Warner Brothers reportedly rejected the buyout bid from Paramount.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. We'll see where things go, but Paramount seems determined to buy them, and a hostile takeover isn't outside of the possibilities. It seems like the guy in charge of Warner doesn't want it to be bought. He wants to sell it, but he wants to sell it in a certain way, and he doesn't want Paramount to buy it because it seems like they're going to chop it up or something.
Oh, sure.
So he's trying to stop Paramount, and he thinks it seems like he wants maybe Netflix or somebody to buy it, but Netflix don't want it.
No, God. I mean, that would be a huge financial. Yeah, that'd be crazy.
The Duffer Brothers, who did Stranger Things, are leaving after season 5. They're going to Paramount to make content for them.
Oh dear.
You think Paramount's going to be able to spend the absurd amount of money that Netflix did on Stranger Things?
They may have to have a little conversation with them. Hey, listen, guys.
Apparently, they really wanted to finish Stranger Things with a theatrical movie, and Netflix was like, no. So maybe this is part of their motive to move on.
Huh. I wonder why they wouldn't do. I mean, I guess the show is probably what brings more people in and for longer, but
Well, Netflix doesn't care about releasing something in theaters.
that's true. Yeah, I guess that's fair.
So I wasn't even aware who owns Paramount. Paramount owns Paramount?
It's like Viacom and all that stuff, right? They're like this weird conglomerate.
Paramount's ownership changed in August 2025 when Skydance Media, led by David Ellison, completed a merger with Paramount Global.
Yeah, it's called Paramount Skydance.
They're just it's like Disney. Nobody owns Disney. Disney owns everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So I looked on Netflix the other day and I didn't see it, but apparently Splinter Cell is out and they've already renewed it for season 2.
Oh, I've seen some stills from that with the subtitles.
Yeah.
It looks horrifying.
From somebody who loves Splinter Cell, I should be immediate interest, and I'm not.
I wonder why.
What, Ross?
It's really strange why you may not be. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Okay, so now I'm going to address. So they had TwitchCon. Remember all the controversy of who's going to show up where or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know who this person is. I don't follow Twitch, and I'm not a simp or whatever. But there is this lady named Emiru.
Oh, yes.
And she went to TwitchCon, and she essentially got assaulted doing signings.
Oh.
She's supposed to be one of the hot girls everyone's into. But if you watch this video, this guy just walks up and it's like he's trying to kiss her or something.
Yeah, I've seen. Oh God. Ugh.
So I don't know much more details. I could tell you one, he is a Twitch streamer, and Emaru got upset because not only did Twitch not respond, but their response was pathetic of like a 30-day ban. And it's like, I was assaulted by this guy.
Yeah. Well, what's weird is I think they've since said like, okay, it's a permanent ban, and then it's like, yeah, but like, did anyone call the police on this guy? Like, hello.
That's also a question.
Like, okay.
Twitch should be a lot less wishy-washy about enforcing policy. Oh, wait, if you're a big money bringer, you're not going to care if they torture their dog.
Oh, hey, oh.
You know the company that makes that collar actually weighed in?
No.
Yeah,
Really?
there was. Well, everybody kept saying, "Well, no, it's like it makes sound. It doesn't really. It's like a buzz thing. It doesn't shock them." And the company is like, "No, that is actually our collar that shocks dogs."
Okay.
By the way, I mean, I don't know if probably don't want to get too far into it, but I've seen some recent video of him, and he is, as the children say, crashing out.
Oh,
he is.
Oh, big time. Big time. Well, first of all, the audience seems to not want to let him forget, and they keep sending him super chats or money with comments about the stupid dog thing, which he just wants to ignore like it never happened. And then two, he started weird diatribes screaming about liberalism and that he's done, and he doesn't care about anything.
I hate liberalism. I hate socialism. I hate my life.
What, because you're being punished for torturing your dog, you psychopath?
Well, like, what's so funny is it's like, it genuinely is kind of like, there's no coming back from this, because it's like, look, even if this was not a shock collar, this, that, or the other, there's other videos of him, like, being an asshole to this dog, and the fact that that dog has to sit there on that bed for hours on end. Like, you're not a good person for that. Like,
no.
bad.
Well, he's not a good person, period. And take away all the ideology or whatever. He's advocated for, like, murder.
Yeah, he's got some very violent rhetoric.
And somehow this is the line that's too far. The shocking his dog is like, even people who agreed with his politics are like, well, the dog is too far. And it's like, well, not the murder?
Yeah.
Hey, Ross, despite old Randy swearing up and down that it wouldn't happen, Borderlands 4 has gone on sale like a month
Randy,
after it came out.
You greasy, lying fuck.
20% on Steam. Oh, you can't see it very well in this image, but it's 20% on Steam. Yeah, I don't know the numbers for Borderlands, and I know they're just going to swear up and down that it's just killing it. A month after it's like with Superman suddenly hit streaming. It's like, that doesn't tell me the movie's doing well. That just tells me they've accepted the fact they've gotten the money out of the theaters that they're going to get, and they've got to send it to streaming.
Yeah.
Here's a gross story, Silver, you might appreciate. LA Comic-Con is hosting a paid meet and greet with an AI hologram of Stan Lee.
Oh.
What?
That's right. You get to pay to take a picture with a hologram of Stan Lee that they say is, quote, faithful in spirit, context, and intent. They can't even let his poor soul rest. They got to drag it out in hologram form, and you have to pay to take pictures with it.
Oh, I love it.
How gross is this?
It's very
Just get a cardboard cutout and take a selfie with it.
Nope. Hologram.
Hologram, baby. Money plane.
Money plane. Monorail. Whoa. What's that image? Stanley's corpse. Monorail.
Monorail.
One of the biggest and more shocking news this week that could have been an opening, but I don't have hours to talk about. Disney spending nearly $600 million on Rise of Skywalker.
Sweet God. Wait a minute. How much money did Rise of Skywalker make?
Not enough to make its money back, Ross.
$2.
Are you saying that even though it made... Hold on. I'm looking...
I think it's close to $1 billion.
Oh, it's 1.077 billion. It didn't make money.
No. It lost money.
Not make money. Oh,
And guess what? It would have made money if it didn't cost $600 million.
Tale as old as time.
True as it can be.
We spent too much on this.
See, I know, kids, this is going to be confusing to you. How can a movie that made over $1 billion lose money? And we've had this conversation multiple times, but let's sit down and think about this for a second. $600 million doesn't include the advertising campaign. They don't report those together. And the advertising campaign, by and large, is either about the same amount, sometimes less, sometimes more. I would bet that this money, that the advertising for Rise of Skywalker is absurd. On top of that, think of theaters. We can roughly say that theaters take about 50-50. Overseas, places like China, it's a bigger margin, like 60-40.
Yeah.
Which means that for every dollar that the movie makes, half of it goes to a theater. Or 60% in the case of China. So then you start to do the math and you're like, oh, for this to make money, it probably has to do at least double. Doubles 1.2. It didn't do 1.2.
No.
And not to go down the conversation we've had a bajillion times before. If you spend $600 million on your movie, you're not going to make the money back.
But what if I really believe in it?
I believe.
Believe.
I was going to do that. I believe I could fly, but immediately my mind replaced it with Gotham City. City of Justice. City of Love. All of this is untrue about Gotham City. None of that's true.
None of it. No.
It is not. It is not the City of Love or Justice.
Certainly not.
Batman's desperately punching.
Batman wants it.
Oh yeah, well, Batman's desperately punching criminals trying to bring justice, but he's
That's why he keeps saying justice for Gotham.
Well, Gotham doesn't have justice. Batman is justice.
Yes,
And
he's the
tonight.
arbitrator of justice.
Well, former Assassin's Creed boss, I believe the director of a lot of the last Assassin's Creed games.
Ooh.
Don't quote me on that. Mr. Marc Alexis Cote.
Oh.
Anyway, on Tuesday this week, Ubisoft staffer told Cote was leaving via an internal email seen by IGN that gave little explanation for his departure. Instead, it stated that Vantage Studios, the new Tencent-backed business unit overseeing Assassin's Creed, needed a leadership team aligned with its core goals. IGN previously reported Cote was offered but declined another role with Vantage Studios leadership, something Cote's new statement also mentions. Many of you expressed surprise that I would choose to leave Assassin's Creed after so many years, especially given the passion I still hold for it. The truth is simple. I did not make that choice. Ubisoft decided to transfer leadership of the Assassin's Creed franchise to someone closer to its new organizational structure. A different position is mentioned, but did not carry the same scope, mandate, or continue with the work I had trusted with in recent years. Yeah, they didn't want you anywhere close to this.
Didn't want you stinking up the joint, Frenchie.
Well, they're all French. That's why the company fails.
Not Tencent. They're my people.
Yeah, it's almost like these foreign companies buying up these places and shaking it up. I wonder what EA is going to go through.
Oh no, I'm sure the Saudis will leave it alone. Come on.
James Gunn proclaims Supergirl will be a space adventure like Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, great.
Did you write anything else?
Yay!
Ugh.
Get the space weed.
Oh. I saw an article from the director of the movie, and she said she doesn't understand anything about the Supergirl comic books.
Well, that's good.
That's a good sign.
No, that's a good sign. Yeah,
Oh,
that's awesome. I'm
That'd be
sure
great,
that's
guys.
not a portent of things to come.
So, Nick Calandra sent a tweet saying, I really wonder when these game studios are going to take action against these YouTubers and social media grifters, making up lies about people working at their studios, their business dealings, sales data, etc. It's clearly affecting business. Review bombing, harassing developers, stalking campaigns. When do you take a stand? It's not contained to social media anymore. We all know it. Kim Belair liked this. If you recall, she is one of the heads at Sweet Baby Inc. I don't know what he means by take action against YouTubers and social media creators.
God.
It's affecting our sales. The criticism?
Yeah, like hello. This was a thing kind of way back in the day in early Hollywood too, where like the studios hated this shit. And that's where a lot of the idea of like, look, you come in and say decent things about what I'm doing, and I'll give you access before anybody else. That's where that all started from, as far as I know. I'm sure it's older than that, really, but that, as far as entertainment goes, I think that's the earliest I know of, as far as like industry wide. And these people are harder to control, at least some of them. Granted, some of these YouTubers are complete shills and dumbasses, but I mean, it's going to get to the point like, they would want to get to the point like, I mean, YouTube already got rid of dislikes, at least as far as visible dislikes. Netflix getting rid of the thumbs down.
Because of Amy Schumer, yeah.
Yeah, like, people will still find a way to talk. I mean, because communities around things like games and movies and all that stuff, they will form, even if it's not on the platform, and they'll talk about it.
Yeah, but we don't want them to talk about it in ways we disapprove of because it's affecting our sales. When they go, hey, Superman sucked, we should stop them from doing that.
And the funny thing is, to me, it's like, I mean, because I'm sure they're imagining people, these larger YouTube channels that review movies or cultural things. But the reality is, like, the fans will talk. Like, people that just like movies will talk. This
they
can't
don't like
go
it.
away. The only way it goes away is making good movies. Sorry.
Yeah. Battlefield 6 has sold 7 million copies.
Wow.
It's the biggest launch in franchise history.
Awesome.
Just destroying. Remember when they were trying to spin that Ghost of Yote was killing it with their 1 million?
Yeah. Which, not to bring up budgets again, but I'm sure, and granted we don't know the budget for it, but I'm sure it's enormous.
Uh-huh.
And I don't think $1 million's going to cut it.
These are big numbers for Battlefield.
Yeah, that's huge. I mean, it's amazing to me that it beats Battlefield 3, 4, 1. Like, that's nuts.
Yeah. Yep. Man, I hope they wish 5 was like this, but...
Hey, well, unfortunately they had to put a lady with a hook arm on it.
Did you ever watch Walking Dead, either of you?
I think the first 4 or 5 seasons.
Silver?
Only bits and pieces.
Well, AMC's president thinks that The Walking Dead could run for another 15 more years.
Excuse me?
And
Saying there are many more continents to visit? Well, we're just going to get Walking Dead all over the world?
What? The Walking Dead, the Daryl Files.
Daryl
He's
walks
going to
across the
Antarctica.
world. Antarctica.
He's going to Asia.
Zombies.
It's fighting around the world, but, you know,
Daryl.
just Daryl. Yeah, and zombies.
Well, that's why when he went to Paris, I was like, why?
How?
How dangerous is it in the zombie apocalypse to even cross the ocean? Why on earth would you go to Paris? Oh, it's a big crowded city. It's going to be worse.
Things are going to be terrible.
There's a reason why in The Walking Dead they wouldn't go into Atlanta, because it was a death knell.
Yeah, complete death trap, a horrible nightmare.
I read a lot of the comics. It's bad.
It's no good. Real bad.
And to end it out in a positive note, Ross,
Hmm.
George Lucas has said that he's moved past Star Wars.
Oh, okay.
That it's Disney's now, and he's moved on.
Hey, George, sweetie, it's not that I don't believe you, but remember how years ago you said you just wanted to make small little films, like personal films? Where are they?
You didn't see Red Tails?
Well, that's not small or personal.
How about that really expensive animated movie about the fairies or whatever?
Oh,
You remember
I
that?
forgot he was involved in that.
Yeah. George is sad.
George is real sad with his billions, crying himself to sleep on his bed made of money.
Hey, this franchise I worked in and sweated over, I don't care anymore. It's gone. All right, George, jeez.
Well, my wife got a lot of credit for it recently, and that really bothers me. My ex-wife, I don't
The
like
Oscar
that.
winner.
It really pisses me off. That's why I did the special editions. Really, I mean, I haven't said that publicly, but I am now.
Goodness. Well, final thoughts before we get out of here. Silver, why don't you inspire us with your musings?
If the mass of a man is 82 kilograms and the mass of a woman is 66, and the woman pushes on a man with the force of 55 newtons due east, what's the acceleration of the man?
2.
Uh-huh.
There you go.
Put down 2.
Answer the question in the
43.
comments below.
Answer the question in the comments below. Do my homework. Show your work,
Just
by the
random
way.
crap I said.
Show your work.
I want to know the magnitude and direction. Answer below.
It's a good thing I was in the humanities. Gross.
I have no interest in this.
Freaking women in STEM. It's unnatural.
I know, gross.
It is.
What?
We let you drive.
I know, I should get back in the kitchen.
Sexism.
Please send me back to the
sexism.
kitchen. Please. Please, I beg
She doesn't
you.
even want to do this.
I don't! Send me to the kitchen!
We've been bamboozled.
I've been tricked. Ross, you gonna, for the sake of the podcast, get us a dog, shock it, maybe assault some streamer?
There are
options.
Here's the problem. Despite the fact and I think publicly on this podcast have announced that I really don't like dogs. I like specific dogs, but dogs in general annoy me.
They're
and that
needy,
being
but I like
said,
dogs.
even I can't do that to a dog. Now to a
Well, to once again
person.
fix a silver problem, you can, but you won't.
Sure, yes, if we want to be
Yes.
pedantic.
Well, I am the teacher when you say, "Can I go to the bathroom?" It's like, "Can you?"
Oh God.
Ross is like,
yeah, you have to say, "May I go to the bathroom?"
Ross is like, "I can't torture a dog," and I was like, "Can you?" I may not.
Can I call out where the heck did these 23 watchers come from?
Oh,
Well, hello. You arrived just in time.
I love all of you individually, platonically, but
Well, maybe more.
Love you.
Let us know. Put out the vibe. We'll see what's going on.
okay, individually, each of you are going to have to develop a personal relationship with me over time, getting to know me, and then I'm going to have to choose one of you by giving a rose.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. Can we do that? Where it's just like the Bachelor, Bachelorette.
Oh, well, we have to call it the Bachelorette, but it's
Yes.
R-A-E-E-T-T. Yeah.
First of
Yeah,
all, this has to
Bachelorette.
happen after Eat, Pray, Ret.
Yes.
Yes. Or do you do the Bachelorette first, get married to said person, and then you go on your Eat, Pray, Ret?
Ooh.
Yeah, but I have to go through the breakup and then finding myself, so I might have to Bachelorette, break up, find myself, and Eat, Pray, Ret. Let's just say I'm a grumpy man, and this is funny because I don't like it.
Rhett loves it.
Love it.
He's gonna find
And then
himself
you'll
in another
come back.
culture,
And you'll write a book.
and it will be so annoying.
I hated India. They made me meditate all the time. It sucked balls.
Some random people came up to me in Korea and started dancing, and I'm just like, can I please put my sandwich tray away?
Shut up about demon hunters.
Try and get you to dance with them. You're my soda pop.
Shut up. Oh, I would. It would be like me in Fight Club, where I'd be punching Jared Leto's face into non-existence because I want to destroy something beautiful.
Oh my God. Oh.
Yeah.
They were secretly the same person. Anyway, Ross, your final reflections.
You know what? Don't be annoying and try to make things worse with your stupid ideas, everyone. Just so you know. Anyway, have a good night.
A positive podcast.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
If you like the show, follow Rhett, Jason, Ross, and Silver, the world's most lethally stupid internet personalities, on Twitter at DGPodcast or on Instagram at DistractedGamers. If you liked or hated what you heard here today, you can email them at thedistractedgamers@gmail.com and share your feelings. Not that Jason would care, since he hasn't any, of course.
Oh my God, it's so juicy.